Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Taquanda Taylor and I am an author, an aspiring full-time writer. So this week I just kind of wanted to do an update and just let you guys know what has been going on with me. I've kind of been recording videos and just putting them up, but this video I just really wanted to kind of let you guys know what is going on in the world of Taquanda. So let's see. First up, about 3 weeks ago, almost 4 weeks ago, I was involved in a car accident. So I don't have my car anymore. And that is really holding me up with, if you follow me or if you subscribe to my newsletter, there was a few videos back that I mentioned this. I think I even was watching a video where I mentioned possibility of something that I have planned for next year. That is kind of put on a standstill at the moment because I have no vehicle. So the insurance company is dragging their feet. We're trying to figure out what's going on. I have no car to drive at the moment. So that has been fun. But besides that, let's get into what's going on creatively. So creatively, I am working. I am working. I'm writing. I'm writing. So I did a video where I mentioned that I was doing a competition. I always forget. I look here and then when it records, it looks weird. So let's look here. So I did like a little challenge a few weeks back. And I mentioned that to you guys. I will not know whether or not I've moved on to the second round until December. So that is done. I'm also kind of debating on whether or not I want to submit a screenplay for another contest. It's not a short screenplay. It has to be a full drama length screenplay. Drama is my thing. I have started writing it, but I'm unsure on whether or not I actually want to submit this work. Just because I've got a lot of stuff on my plate, and that leads me to what's going on as far as my author platform or my author work is I'm actually trying to rapid release all of my books. There, I said it. Yes, I don't have any official dates of when this is happening. I have dates in my mind of when I want this to all take place. But as far as like something that's set in stone, I haven't released any set in stone dates just because I know myself and I have a very bad tendency to tell you guys, this is when this is coming out and then not releasing it at that time. So I am going to be working on rapid releasing all of my books. That being said, I have done some fresh edits to my first book, Power, which is book 1 of the 5 Sisters series. And that will be re-releasing this month. Hopefully. I think I have it planned for this month, but you guys do not hold me to that. But I did do a couple few changes to it. I can talk. I've done some changes to that story, or not to the story, but just to the document itself so that it can go out and it's more polished. I'm also finishing up edits that are done on the second book in the series so that can pretty much follow that first book after the re-release, then I will very quickly be putting out that book. Edits and everything, I still have to do, I believe, one more round of edits on my third book, which is the first book in my Hood Diary series. That will be following the second book in the Five Sisters series. And actually right now for Nano, I'm actually working on the first very rough draft of the third book in the Five Sisters series. Now, I did decide to do Nano, but I'm not doing Nano, if that makes any sense. Like, I have absolutely no aspirations to win. Like, I'm not like, I need to get 50,000 words written for this novel, mainly because I've got other stuff that I'm working on. So I'm trying not to put too much on my plate at the moment. And it also, if I look at the release schedule, the publication schedule that I have going in my head and how everything lines up, it kind of, working on that book for this month did not fit into that schedule. But I did feel like maybe if I got some words down, even if I just sit down, I just want to write every day. So right now, the second book in the Five Sister series is in edits. So I kind of do need something to work on. I just finished another edits on the first book. The second book is in edits and everything. So I do need something to work on. I just want to get words down every day. Just be writing every day. I did go one day without writing, and that's because I was a little ill. And by the time that I got up and was like, oh, let me put words down, it was like midnight. And I was like, no, I was trying to keep a streak of like every day. So I did miss, technically on the Nano side, I did miss a day. But I decided to put some words down so that when I do go back to that story to really work on the draft, I have like a basis. Like, plotting is very difficult for my mind to process. I've tried it. I like to say I am a very organized person. Like, I like things to be done a certain way, but to have like a set plan for every little thing, my mind can't compute that. Like, that doesn't fit up here. Like, something doesn't connect. So trying to outline always throws me off, and I always feel very flustered trying to work on something that has been so detailed and so outlined. So I did sit down and just write down like a brief summary of what the third book will entail. But then I just started to just write like different scenes that would pop up in my head and just working on that, as opposed to trying to write it from beginning to end. So that I have like a basis of the story when I go back to really work on drafting it, because that book, the third book in the Five Sisters series, is going to be following the first book in the Hood Diary series. So you'll get the first book in the Five Sisters series, and then you'll get the second book in the Five Sisters series. Now that one is coming first because I've had the first book in the Five Sisters series out for 5 years now with no sequel, no continuation. So that one will be coming out, but then I'm going to jump into another series. And then right after that, that gives me time to kind of move between worlds, allows my brain not to be like so focused on one world, because that doesn't compute up here as well. If that makes any sense. Like, working on one world does not compute up here, like, because I have so many ideas that sitting down just to work on just one series, if I was to sit down and just try to completely write out the first series of the Five Sisters, just all books that belong to the Five Sisters, you guys wouldn't get another book from me, which is why nobody's gotten a book from me in 5 years. I've had people ask me, well, where's the second book? Where's the second book? And every time I sat down to try to work on the second book, it was just like my brain just did not compute that. But once I made the decision that I will work on a second book, but I don't feel any obligation to immediately jump into the third book, because I'm going to work on something else from a different world, then my brain kind of computes that just a little bit better. So yeah, so it's just going to be a whole thing. Everything is going to jump back and forth between worlds, my release schedule. It seems weird. It seems very risky for me to do that, but, it's what works for me, and I hope that everybody is okay with that. I don't know what else to say. So that is pretty much my update right now. I am working on the second book in the Five Sisters series, drafting a little bit for the third book in the Five Sisters series. Pretty soon I'm going to have to do, get the series, my series Bible together for the second book in the Hood Diaries series. By getting that together, I basically mean if there's any details that I need to remember from book one, I need to make sure I write all of that down. Any names that I'm going to create that's going to fall into book two, I need to make sure that I write all that down just so I have it somewhere. Like I said, I don't really do any outlines, but I'll just do like a brief summary synopsis of this is what occurs in this book, just so I have, you know, something there to kind of go off of. And then also working on a screenplay that I doubt will be ready in time for this competition, but it's kind of fun for me to work on. That's always been one of my passions, is doing that. So I'm just going to work on it a little bit just to kind of get, you know, it's more creative juices flowing. So that is all I have for you guys. I have rambled so much in this video. I am just getting home from work and I desperately want a nap, but I've got some other things that I got to do. Plus I've got to get some words down. So I am going to end this video here. I will try for a vlog type video for next week, or I'll just sit down and do just another rambly little update on what's going on. So I will say goodbye. You guys, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, comment below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.